Hello, friends and family. It's day 82, cycle 4, day 18. If you're new here, I'm Jen. If you've been before, thanks for coming back. Welcome to my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, DLBCL, stage 4. We're using the immunotherapy, chemotherapy, R-EPOCH to crush non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Thanks for coming along today. Let's get into it. Who is your first love? Now, those of you who know me personally are going to say that mine is Hoff, but that is wrong. That is not the right answer. All right, let me do a few quotes. Today I have 3 quotes for you. Then you'll figure out what the answer is, right? All right, here we go. Don't take your health for granted. Don't take your body for granted. Do something today that communicates to your body that you desire to care for it. Tomorrow is not promised. Jada Pinkett Smith. Quote 2. As you grow older, you will discover that you have 2 hands. One for helping yourself and one for helping others. Maya Angelou. Last quote, number 3. To be a good parent or caregiver, you need to take care of yourself so that you can have the physical and emotional energy to take care of your family. Michelle Obama. Excuse me. So did you figure out who is your first love? The answer is me, myself, or yourself. Right? So today, as you guys already saw, I took 45 minutes and I did my nails. Finally. Let me insert a little picture here. So these nails I actually did it's called dip powder. So and this particular one I enjoy. It changes colors. So if I'm warm, it gets to like a very bright green, like lymphoma green. And in the darker color, it's a little more foresty. But I also did something else. I'm going to insert a little picture here. This is the change from dark to light. So you can see the 2 colors. And I'm sure as the days go on, you'll see it on my fingernails. So I'm coming up really close. So you can see at the tip, like towards my body, I put a different color. And I did that on purpose. And the reason I did that was it's more similar to my skin color. And the dip powder, typically I put on a peel coat underneath it, but I did not do that today. I just put it right on my nails. So it could stay on for 2 to 4 weeks. And obviously my nails are going to grow in that time period, maybe, at least on the chemo, I don't know how fast. And I decided if I put a color towards the nail bed that looks like my skin color, then as it grows out, it won't be as obvious that it's growing out. There won't be that line. And I'll be able to live with it and I'll ignore it. Given how frequently I've been doing my nails, I figured let me just put it on and let it ride. So I usually put a peel coat or nail guards underneath this so I can pop it off in a few weeks and change my manicure. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do that. And therefore, I just put it right on my nails and I'm going to let it go until it's not anymore. The other benefit to this is as soon as it's on, I don't know if you can hear it, I'm going to hush. It hardens, with the layers of stuffs that it uses. So there's, I don't have to wait for it to dry off. It's not like an hour where you're not doing anything. It's just the time it takes me to put it on and, make it look pretty. So big thumbs up there. But the other thing is that maybe it will help my chemo nails, which tear and rip and break as soon as I touch anything these days, because it'll be protecting it. So maybe I'll get a little nail growth out of it, by doing them, which was really the reason why I wanted to put the nail polish on, because this doesn't look too bad to you guys, but this is way short for me. And so that would make me happy personally. So that's why I did it. So let me get back into the self-care, self-love discussion. So it's not really just about a manicure or a pedicure or a facial or any of those things, but it is about resting when you need rest. It is about listening to your body. It is like how I slept in yesterday, or believe it or not, cleaning my family room. Even though cleaning wouldn't necessarily think about as self-love, but today I walked into the family room and I was like, oh, this looks awesome. It made me so happy on the inside that I had done it. And so that was self-care. Now, my family got to benefit from my self-care in this case, but it did make me feel good, and it lifted some pressure off of me. It didn't upset me to walk into that room because I had put the time in to clean it. Other ways that you can show your body self-care: exercise, right? Movement. That could be walking. That could actually be some kind of exercise program. Yoga or stillness. Letting your body rest and giving it the meditation, for example. Other things: hydration, making sure you're drinking regularly. Food choices, making good food choices for your body. Right? All these things are self-care. It doesn't just have to be painting your nails or doing your makeup or any of those things. Going to the spa. Any time that you take your body's health into account and put it first and forefront, then you're employing self-care. And I would encourage everyone to do self-care, even if that's 5 minutes thinking about things to be grateful for, or just meditating, taking deep breaths, relaxing, figuring out how to get better sleep. All those kinds of things will help you, and that is self-care. I'm trying to think if anybody has any other ideas for self-care. Put them down in the comments. I think I saw in the comments some suggestions for the nail polish stickers that you put onto your fingers, and thank you for those suggestions. I do very much like the dip powder, and typically I make time for it, and I have not been doing that, just not been making time for it. So I did, and it makes me feel good to look at it, and I like the color change, and you can see right now the tips are a little bit in that brighter green. In any case, this is the thing that makes me happy at the moment. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Who your first love is, and more specifically, self-care, self-love. Very, very important for everyone, not just people who have a family. You have to take care of yourself. And it's not being selfish. I'm going to put that out there. Taking care of yourself is not being selfish. Okay, so I'm going to move on. How am I today? I think I would characterize myself today as content, and I felt pretty much normal without looking in the mirror and seeing all this, but it felt like a Monday morning going to work and, getting the chores done and so forth and so on, ins and outs, and just mom and wife and doing your household chores and all those kinds of things. So, content and normal, I would characterize my day. To my knowledge, we didn't have any angel deliveries, but again, it's all good for me. Just joining you today is an angel delivery, right? All right, doctor news. No real doctor news today, but Nurse Lana is coming tomorrow to change my dressing. As far as the flushing and drawing, I have had no problems with the PICC line, either lumen, for the last couple days. So that's a big thumbs up there. And then I think that's that. What else do I have? Oh, okay, so let's talk about the ta-da list for the day. I'm going to reuse those pictures maybe. So I did go to work. I, of course, hydrated. I requested refills for both myself and for Bill for medication. Bill put in a grocery order yesterday. So today I cleaned the groceries that Sam went to pick up. Well, pickup is, it was curbside, so they put it in the car. So he brought it, he went to the curbside and got it, and then he brought it into the house. So I cleaned them and I put them away. I did do 2 weeks of medicine distribution for myself because my medicine was delivered to the pharmacy and Sam went and picked it up for me. So I guess I'm wrong. I did have an angel delivery today. Sam delivered my groceries and Sam went and got my prescriptions at CVS. So I did get some angel deliveries. Thank you. I painted my nails finally. And I did do only 1 week of medicine distribution for Hoff because we still didn't get his refill. So that is what I did today so far. Maybe we'll get some more accomplished later, and I'll put that on tomorrow's ta-da. So ta-da! And then my to-do, my must-do, is work tomorrow. I will follow up with the office on Bill's refills if they're not at CVS by tomorrow. I have a robotics call, and I would like to do some more cleaning. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's a busy day, so I don't know if that means 5 or 10 minutes in the morning and 5 or 10 minutes at night, and I call that a day, but whatever I can accomplish. And then my would love to do tomorrow is to order the logo and maybe put together a meal plan. One of my family's most popular questions is, do we have a dinner plan? To which I typically respond, no. Now, as we get into next week, my no is going to be like, don't even make me think about food. You're going to make me vomit. This week, I don't have any reason. So I thought maybe I should put together some meals and maybe even something that might last a few days or that we can freeze a little bit so they can eat next week when I don't want to cook at all. Now, don't let me misguide you. My family is not losing sleep over food. They're eating fine. We have plenty of angels delivering us food. In addition, they get by. Now, it might be something, like pierogies or something that they can just quickly cook themselves, but they're getting by. Don't worry. If I can't cook, they're eating. Nothing keeps them back. Okay, and then charity miles. I did do a little bit of walk-ins this morning. I put my charity miles in my pocket when I was doing the groceries. We have 16 team members. Thank you. And if you'd like to join our team, the link is down in the description. You're welcome. You make the choice about what charity you're going to donate to. My choice was for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society for obvious reasons. If you'd like to donate there, that would be great. But there are plenty of other great charities that you could donate to. But you're welcome to join our team if you'd like to. And collectively, we have moved 412 miles, which is fabulous. So that means across whatever charities we selected, if we had all selected the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, that means $100 is being donated to them from our efforts. So fabulous job, guys. Very proud of you. And us, all together. So the way that, in case you don't know, the way that Charity Miles works is that they, as a charity organization, they've already gone out and solicited monies. And then, so they have big chunks of money donated from whatever corporations or private donors. And then when we walk or run or bicycle, and we say, this is the charity I want the money to go to, we basically earmark the monies that they got from those charitable donors and say, okay, now it's going to go to the charity that you selected based on your movement, which I think is great. And I'm so happy that these 16 people are moving because, I feel very strongly about movement and self-care. Movement is part of self-care, so you guys are doing a great job. All right, what else? All right. So I think that is the end of story time today. So if you're just joining us for story time, thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you tomorrow. All right, let's get into daily symptoms and statistics, I think I call this section. Nausea, no. Mouth pain, no. Teeth pain, no. Throat pain, no. Okay, my weight, I'm going to call it X5.2. So we're not going to mention what that X is, but as far as kilos go, I'm at 5.2, which is down a little bit. And I'm going to try and go back to my old weights as best I can because my scale talks to my phone and revise them instead of saying up and down and so forth and actually have X. So just to put it in perspective for you guys, my goal weight and the weight that I started chemotherapy at in December was X1. So I'm up 4.2 kilos, which is pretty significant, but it's not the end of the world. And really right now my focus is on kicking cancer's butt to the curb and not on my my weight loss. And I don't think it's really fair to assess my weight loss right now because based on the chemicals that come in and out of my body every other week or every third week, hard to say, that my body is, I can't even tell honestly, is this like weight or is it fluid? Like what's going on? So I'm not stressing about it at all. Just kind of keeping track of it. And it is important if you start to drop a lot of weight or if you gain a lot of weight that the symptomology is important to the doctor. So I do keep track of it daily or every other day, but I'm not stressing about it. I'll say that. All right, so my fluid in yesterday was 96 ounces, which is 2.8 liters. Pretty good. And my out was 2.9 liters. So again, pretty even Steven. So far I've only had that one day where it was like totally wackadoo. So I'm not sure what happened there. My sleep was 5 hours and 59 minutes. Not great. I'm hoping I can do better tonight. Fingers crossed. My movement was 7,600 steps, plus restorative poses, plus some exercise I mentioned in yesterday's video. I don't know if I should call them calisthenics or what they were, but just a little bit, rev up your heart rate and tone some muscles. So My vitals are fine. I think the heart rate is still running a little high, and I'm not sure if that's going to come down or if that's just a side effect of the chemicals, and we'll see what happens when all the treatment's done. We'll have to wait and see. I think the neuropathy is improving, so I'm happy to report that. My hair loss is status quo. My skin is status quo. No nose clots. No night sweats. No headache. No fatigue. No red skin, and no chemo brain. So all quite good. The symptoms that remain, like the skin and the hair loss, obviously. Excuse me. You can't get around those. There's not enough time in between treatments for that to get better or noticeably better. But nearly all my symptoms are nose, and even the neuropathy is improving. So thumbs up. Oh, I do have a doctor's appointment. I didn't mention this earlier with my doctor on Wednesday. So if you guys have any questions or thoughts that you want me to run by him, please let me know either privately or in the comments down below, and I'll try and get answers if I can get them. All right, so what else do I have to tell you guys about? Just making sure I didn't forget anything. I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today and every day, and thank you for your love and support. I really appreciate it. It helps to power me up. Now, I know that I'm all revved up and today. And I know that the days are coming. I'm actually already starting to borrow trouble. I'm worried about, Friday and on. One of the refills today was my Zofran, my anti-anemic, because I suspect that the nausea will hit me quickly. But I'm going to be very proactive this round. Last time I didn't expect it in the early days, day 1 through 5. So I'm going to really adjust my eating habits starting on Friday and try to be very super cautious and see if we can avoid the meds. But I'm not going to avoid them on principle. If I can't control the nausea with my eating, then I will certainly take the medication. And that is why I refilled it, because I wanted it on hand. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. So thank you again so much. I love you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it. Okay. If you enjoyed today's chat, how about a thumbs up? If you want to follow along and see what happens this cycle, Cycle 5 is coming up on Friday. Subscribe. Interested in how we got here? I got 81 days of previous videos up here in this playlist. Please check it out. Thank you. See you tomorrow.